Hi, I'm Steve. You can call me Steve. I prefer not to stink. This is true for most people in most places in most periods of history. You generally only tend to get stinky people in places where large numbers of people crowd together and overwhelm the local supply of fresh, clean water, like London in the 1500s. Today, we have plenty of products to try and keep the stench down, like deodorant. I've chosen one of the gel ones rather than the chalky white one because that's what's in my medicine cabinet. Let's see what's in it, shall we? These are the things that everything else is dissolved in. These chemicals make up the bulk of the stick, and the two of them mixed together make it a gel, which is somewhere between a solid and a liquid. Propylene glycol is actually a mixture of two different things. Each of those molecules contains the same number of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms. They're just arranged differently. Here, I'll show you again, and you can pause it if you want. We call molecules like that isomers. Dipropylene glycol is the first ingredient on the list, which means it's the largest component of the mixture. This, plus the water, which is second, make up the bulk of the stick. So those are just the solvents that everything else is dissolved in. And because water is involved, I would be remiss if I didn't use this image again. Deodorants work in one of two ways. One is to kill the bacteria that are causing the smell. Washing with soap makes your skin slightly basic, which kills off your normal skin bacteria and lets the stinky ones proliferate. Propylene glycol dries out places it's applied to, which suppresses bacterial growth, and also actively kills off the stinky bacteria. The other way to kill odors is to stop the sweat that the bacteria are feeding on through the use of an antiperspirant, which this product does not seem to contain. I've done surfactants to death. This particular one is the same stuff that makes up bar soap. It's either to clean off your armpit, which seems unlikely given that you don't generally wash deodorant off in the course of normal usage, or to get some of the more hydrophobic components to dissolve in the gel by forming micelles. Chelators are things that wrap around atoms, usually metals, and bear hug them to stop them from doing whatever it is they want to do. Sometimes chelators are added to a product like this to prevent metals from getting to your skin. Other times it's as a preservative to starve bacteria of trace minerals they need to live. Given that BO is caused by bacteria, that's probably what EDTA is doing in this deodorant. This is pretty self-explanatory. Nice smelling, proprietary things to cover the stinky things. Rather than cover the same ground that I did in previous videos, I'll just read you the marketing copy of the containers. Contains odor-fighting atomic robots that shoot lasers at your stench monsters and replaces them with fresh, clean, masculine scent elves. Look, I know marketing personal care products to dudes means walking a fine line because our manly egos are also fragile and insecure, but I think they're getting carried away now. I really want to believe this is self-parody. This either does the same thing as the surfactant, or it's to moisturize your skin. Different sources tell me different things. Coming back to that fragile masculinity thing, the moisturizing aspect is completely absent from the advertising copy, because having rough, dry skin is apparently a sign of manliness. These are the things that make the bluish stuff bluish. Why they had to start with purple and green and reconstruct blue from that, I don't know. That's deodorant. While researching this video, I found a lot of sites claiming that these ingredients are toxic and need to be avoided. That's just fear-mongering. Legitimate studies have shown that these things are safe, or at least safe in the amounts that are present in cosmetic products. Remember, dose makes the poison. Most of those sites were trying to sell things, which is usually the sign of a poor source of information. Don't trust the hysteria, trust the science. Thanks for watching. I've been Steve.